Welcome to our latest Wandering Walks of Wonder adventure. Today we're going to explore the charming streets and hidden gems of Urbana, Illinois. The history of Urbana dates back to the early 1800s. The area was first settled by Europeans in 1822 and was originally called Big Grove. When the county of Champaign was organized in 1833, the county seat was located here on 40 acres of land, 20 acres which were donated by William T. Weber and 20 acres by M.W. Busey. Both are considered to be the city's founder, and the name Urbana was adopted after Urbana, Ohio, the hometown of State Senator John W. Vance, who authored the Enabling Act creating Champaign County. The creation of the new town was celebrated for the first time on July 4th, 1833, and the first stores began opening in 1834. The Champaign County Courthouse that we're seeing here is a true historical gem that has served as the center of justice and government for this vibrant community for well over a century. Built in 1901, this neoclassical masterpiece is a testament to the architectural elegance of its time. The courthouse has witnessed countless trials, hearings, and legal proceedings over the years. It's also a popular gathering spot for people in the community, as well as a picturesque place to take wedding pictures and hold various events and festivals in the downtown area of Urbana. You'll often hear the town of Urbana linked with the city of Champaign and sometimes called the Twin Cities. There's a good reason for this. In the late 1800s, Urbana suffered a setback when the Chicago branch of the Illinois Central Railroad, which had been expected to pass through town, was instead laid down 2 miles west where the land was just a little bit flatter. The town of West Urbana grew up around the train depot that was built there in 1854, and in 1861, the name of West Urbana was changed to Champaign. And that is why we now have the twin cities of Urbana and Champaign. Despite the setback of not getting the train depot, Urbana did continue to grow. In 1867, the University of Illinois was established in Urbana, and the city quickly became a center of education and culture. The university attracted new residents to the city, and businesses and industries followed. This building was originally constructed in 1877 and was known as Tiernan's Block. It was designed by architect George W. Bull and is considered to be one of the best examples of Victorian architecture here in downtown Urbana. In 1923, the building was purchased by the Urbana Masonic Lodge and has been used as that lodge ever since. The Princess Theater has a rich history that dates back to the early 20th century. The Princess Theater opened its door to the public in 1913, and it was built during the time when silent films were the primary form of entertainment. The theater quickly became a popular destination for moviegoers in Urbana and surrounding areas. During the early years of operation, the Princess Theater featured silent films accompanied by live piano music. Cohen Building is a historic structure here in the downtown area. It was constructed in 1867 and is considered one of the oldest commercial buildings in Urbana. The building was initially owned by Philip J. Cohan, a local merchant and dry goods store. Another beautiful store in the downtown area, or building in the downtown area, is the Knowlton Bennett Building. This historic building was constructed in the late 1800s, some believe around 1880. The building was designed in the Italianate architecture style, which was popular during the late 19th century.
Yeah, come see me sometime. Yeah, you owe it.
We're now walking down Goose Alley. This alley is one of the original features of early Urbana. It was even called Goose Alley when the original charter was issued in 1883 to the town of Urbana. One story suggests that farmers brought chickens and poultry to the market around present-day Ray Street. Instead of crating the birds, farmers would drive the geese in town by way of the alley. This railroad depot, now called Station Theater, was constructed in 1889. It was built by the Big Four Railroad Company, later known as the Peoria and Eastern Railroad and New York Central. After trains stopped coming through this area, it served for many years as a Veterans of Foreign War post before being converted to a theater in 1967. Courier Building was constructed in 1916. Alvin T. Burroughs, owner of the Courier newspaper, purchased the land on which the now Courier Cafe is located today. Competition forced the Courier newspaper to close its doors in 1979, and it was remodeled in 1980 to become the well-known cafe. On this interesting shaped intersection once stood the Flatiron Building that was constructed in 1984. We now have a building, though, that's still just a little bit curved in a flatiron shape. That Flatiron Building was built in 1904, but unfortunately destroyed in a fire in 1948. Kirby service station, now this fire station, was built around 1920 or 1927. Of particular interest in this building is that high-pitched bell-cast mansard roof covered in red Spanish tile. Very unique building here in the downtown area. We're now walking towards the World War I Armory. That building was constructed in 1915. Excuse me. The Armory housed Troop B, 1st Illinois Cavalry during World War I. At the time of its dedication in 1915, Illinois was the only state in the Union with a full regiment military cavalry. In 1917, the Urbana Free Library was constructed with a large contribution of $35,000 from Mary T. Busey to honor her husband, General Samuel T. Busey. On the west side of the building, a beautiful addition was constructed in 1974. The Methodist Episcopal Church was the first church organized in the city of Urbana. This is the third building on that site. Built in 1915 at a cost of about $75,000 is the U.S. Post Office. And across the street from the post office is a historic Lincoln Hotel, which was constructed in 1924. This was an early and mid-20th century fine dining establishment where an expensive meal used to be less than $2. I hope you've enjoyed this Wandering Walks of Adventure here in downtown Urbana. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you on our next Wandering Walks of Wonder. Take care now. Bye-bye.